Hey boys, in recent years so-called call-out culture has been ever increasing. That's how we can understand that when an individual continues to stay in the drama limelight alongside some of the largest creators such as the likes of Dream, Keemstar, etc., that they must be in extreme danger or trouble. This individual's name is Nicholas Perry, more commonly known as Nickacado Avacado, one who has been slapped with the label of clout chaser from countless YouTubers across the platform. To compress a long story to a quicker explanation, Nick would partake in mukbangs, which consists of eating various quantities of food in front of a camera or audience as a sort of podcast. The interesting thing about Nick is that he would eat upwards of 10,000 calories a video, of which he would do weekly, occasionally daily, and as these videos began to continue to come out, he would gain 200 pounds. Something that is noticeable is how often Nikocado would break down in his videos, where he would scream and cry while stuffing himself full of copious amounts of food. This pattern of behaviour has been happening for the last 4 years. 4 years of excessive eating that has taken such a toll that it has become common to say that he is slowly killing himself for views and money. And sadly, that couldn't be further from the truth. The fact is known to Nick, and he chooses to put the blame on his viewers, repeating the phrase, "It's your fault, you did this to me, you're the reason I'm like this," using the excuse that the people who keep clicking on his videos force him to make more of that style of content. So, the question must be asked, who really is at fault here? Now, to a lot of people that question is easily answerable. It must be Nick, he's the one who chooses to do all these things on his own accord. But diving into it, and considering all the reasons for his problems, the answer becomes kinda blurred. To begin, we'll name all possible candidates, but we must keep in mind that no one here is solely responsible, and whilst Nick may be able to stop whenever he wants, there are others who can do the same but choose not to. More on that later. I see 3 people or groups of people that can be responsible for this. Nickacado and his friends, YouTube and social media, or Nick's favourite, his fans. I'll lump commentary YouTubers and drama channels alongside the fans, as reasoning for and against them is very similar. To eliminate them in that order, we'll start with the longest, or one could say biggest, first, Nickacado Avacado. Now, it is obvious just how he can get himself out of the situation he's in, but we can ask why he hasn't done it. This isn't exactly an easy question, one without a complete answer. We understand that Nickacado Avacado isn't exactly 100%. We cannot wish the world and put the weight of getting out of an eating disorder on someone susceptible to breakdowns and other mental disorders. Then again, and where we must make our own assumptions, is when he is acting in character or in complete seriousness. Nickacado over his career is known to be a liar. It is entirely possible that every breakdown could be planned and faked, used for attention and clicks, leading back to the idea that he is nothing but a clout chaser. And whilst he was not born a clout chaser, in fact in his youth, or at least early 20s, he wasn't passionate about blowing up and becoming a creator, but merely spreading the word of veganism. As in a very large juxtaposition to today, Nick used to be a hard vegan. Although times have changed, today we see another side of Nickacado. One who uses every opportunity to capitalize on a drama, no matter how detrimental it may be to his credibility. Maybe because of how it was already destroyed many years ago. Such as recently when YouTuber Critical made a video criticizing Niccocado's actions, where in response, Nick created many videos in quick succession for seemingly no reason aside from earning money and views. Suffice it to say, there was a clear problem with Nickocado hindering his ability to retract from his disorder and continuing to slowly kill himself. Although all is not lost, Nick still has the chance and the willpower to leave such a situation, but this is becoming increasingly difficult with those encouraging such behaviour.
It's your fault! I wouldn't have become disabled if it weren't for you people who encouraged these videos, but it's your fault!
A hill Nickacado Avacado chooses to die on is how he turns on his fanbase, accusing them of leading him down this path of overeating. It's actually a smart move as he is 100% correct. But the problem is just how he acts as if none of this has anything to do with him. Yes, once upon a time he did make other videos that didn't involve food. but as he saw the food-related videos gain the most attention, he continued doing that content. So, in reality, it is true that his audience encouraged the videos that led him towards his problems, therefore are partially responsible. But again, it was you who chose to create these videos, so you can't weasel yourself out of this, Nick. Which is where we reach the saddest part of the video, where we discuss how we can create a solution to the problem. How do we stop Nikocado from creating videos to the detriment of his own health? As previously stated, he cannot do this alone, but it is naive and near impossible to believe that we can just ignore him until he falls out of relevance. There will always be people who watch him, and people who talk about him. There is nothing you can do about that. Now there is only one other option, which in full honesty is probably just as hard as ignoring him. It seems ever clearer that Nikkocado's only motivation is attention, so the removal of his main revenue source is the only option towards salvation, but having a platform notorious for failing to act on their own rules, remove a channel just because it's not good for the person behind the channel, is nearly impossible. Which is where I must mention that Nickacado Avacado YouTube channel has been used to post harassment and encourages extremely poor decisions in its viewers. YouTube should absolutely remove Nickocado from the site, but I see this as an almost impossible task. Even if all the biggest YouTubers made their concerns over Nick, it isn't known if YouTube would even help. Which leads me to the conclusion that may not sit right with you, because it doesn't with me. I don't see a clear way to help Nick out of this, and I apologize for being cynical when I say that there may not be a way besides luck. It saddens me to think that we may not be able to do anything but watch as a man leads himself towards an earlier death. So, I'll leave you with this. The best thing you can do is stay as far away from Nick as possible. And it may be that instead of being able to solve this problem, you can have knowledge to prevent others. Nikocado isn't just a joke, but a sad story that shouldn't be forgotten. A story of a downward spiral that is Nickacado Avacado. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I know this was quite a serious one, and a bit out of place with the video preceding this and after this, but I promise you I'll try to give you happier content soon, and content that may have more of a solution to the problem I'm covering. If you want more content regarding Nick, then I'll leave some links below to videos that go in much more detail than mine. But for today, I'll see you losers next time.